Hey folks, so we're going to do a quick video on the unboxing and installation of the electric handy router and the electric handy drill from Tamiya for mini 4-wheel drive. And so these are really useful items. I'll go left to right. So the router is really good for going back and forth a little bit and drill, I think is what it's for. It's to drill or smooth out certain areas when you're using when you're trying to make countersunk stuff in your carbon, I think. But feel free to fix me on that one in the comments. And on the right hand side is the electric handy drill, which is good for drilling holes. Alright, so without further ado, we'll get these sorted and installed. Let's get started. Firstly, take this out. Of course, even the drill itself needs some installation as well. Parts there, and then the instructions. So this to the back. It's just like installing a car. So that's some stuff that I need. Probably this. Scissors. This. Alright, let's get started. You know what, it actually might say on the box. Let's see. Only maybe. Yeah, it's good for basically carving out holes in different, or making with these different rubber heads to smooth out certain areas when you are almost like a Dremel, but not quite. Cool. Let's get going. Alright, so first things first is so basically a massive version of the motor cover, motor holder. Okay, these are snapped in. Take this. Take the motor. The motor looks slightly different. There's these 2 extra holes here. That's not normal. Snapped in. The outer pieces out. That was not a very good cut. a lot better. All right, so this piece lying down. Ooh, there's quite a few moving parts there. Wow. Quite a few things. All right, I'm going to follow these instructions to the T here. So I'm going to go top or bottom to top. So P3. Like that. I think that goes there. And then that piece is B2, so let's cut that. B2. Grease that nub right there. I want to grease it from here instead. And it's going to go this way. For design, we need B8 as well. B8. There. That's the trigger mechanism. Okay, now it starts to grease on 2 specific spots, which is right here. A lot of grease coming out. I need to bust out my own grease. This one's like empty. Oh. Some there. I'm gonna have to bust out my fancy grease just for this because isn't really anything coming out. All right, that's not less ideal, but whatever. That's in there. That's a bit too much. That's in there. So it's down. Plain sight, it's always good. Okay, that's in. Nudge that by accident. That spring in there. Okay, washer and 2 times 12 millimeter screw. Right here. Washer. There's 12. They're all the same size, so nope. I want one that's 12 millimeters. Measure twice, cut once. Other side. This washer probably too big. Man, by far this has to be the jankiest thing I've ever had to install Tamiya-wise. Okay, that's in. That's how that mechanism works, okay. Got that. Alright, next up. Coil spring with this goofy looking thing. Pressed it right here. Then I'm gonna need B7. B4. 2 times 8mm screw. Just lock it in. Go into B6. Where's that one? This is really hard to install. Oh, it's in, so not perfectly, but it's in. As tight as that gets. Oh dear. That broke, so that's not good. A little locking mechanism. Not like this piece is super important because although it's the trigger lock's pretty important on like real guns, but on this particular item, it's not as important because I just take the batteries out when I'm traveling with it, and that way I don't have to worry about this being accidentally activated. I think that's the best way to get around that because I kind of broke it. Screwing it in on an angle, so that's not good. This is a horrifically silly design. This may only be, I may end up stopping after this router video. Let's see. This is a level good enough at the moment. Or maybe not good enough. More you know. Wow, was that awkward. $3mm washer. And then D2. Delta 2. What an extremely silly design. All right. Attaching switch terminal. That piece moves up. So this is when it's not engaged. Notice right there, push that in. This nut moves forward, pushes the copper piece up, and it'll complete the terminal. So this piece goes in here. Oh, there goes my furnace again. It is winter here in Canada, so that's why that's going off. Put some grease in there. Amazing. Cool. Cut this piece. Here. Amazing. This goes on top. Awesome sauce. Install these on opposite sides whenever you install them, so that way it's almost even pressure throughout. And then before I install the rest of these, tighten this last one right here. Just gonna make sure it turns on. You champs, because this is the fanciest router ever. Working pretty good. And then put the safety on, or I lock it. And yeah, that's not a very good, that is falling apart. Well, less ideal, but it actually doesn't matter at the end of the day. So yeah, in the future when you put the screw in, make sure you do it straight, otherwise you would break it like what I did, which is not ideal. Do I want to fix it right now? I do not, because actually I store all these things with the batteries out, so that way it doesn't corrode on the inside. So I'm just going to make do with no lock button, and I'm just going to let it rattle because I actually don't care. Not perfect. So keep that in mind when you do this in the future. I'm not saying that this is what we should do at the club, I'm just saying that's where I'm currently at with its installation. So keep that in mind in the future. Take these out. I don't know why there's all these extra pieces here, to be honest. That's quite a few. All right, and this last piece is maybe that just drive me a little bit nuts, but oh, there it is. So I'm still gonna need the piece actually to work, because if I don't, let's find out. I suspect if I don't have that piece in there, it may just go berserk all the time and just turn on all the time. Actually, no. Once the batteries are in, and then they will actually force the mechanism out. So I think still not ideal that I don't have this thing working, but because of my janky installation methods. But hopefully you have learned from. So you don't learn from your successes, you learn from your mistakes. And so those that are watching, I hope that you've enjoyed that and you've learned something today during these types of installations. Sweet. All right, so that is installed. That that's all open, so I'm just going to make sure these are tightened down. That's odd that there's that much give in this particular product. Like, this is in there pretty good. Oh, I think that's good now. Cool. And then lastly, this fine sticker to let me know that it's a rotor. Install this whole thing. So I want to put it where here is actually the best option, or one of the better ones at the very least. So that way when I open and close this thing, that will not be a problem. Alright folks, this is the electric rotor. Not the best installation, but one that is complete. I hope you've learned something, and yeah, look forward to see you guys make more stuff. Thanks so much, take care, bye now. Yep, that's good. It doesn't need to be super flush. Well, it's flush. It just doesn't need it to be like super perfect, like sinking a little bit more than I need it to. Perfect.